Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about something that kind of made me a little bit mad a few months ago. I actually went on a little bit of a Facebook rant about this, and I said I would probably make a video on it, and here we go. And this video is partly about the illusion of wealth, partly about, what is a scam, and partly why being vague can get you in a lot of trouble. So anyways, I stumbled upon this video by Creatyler a few months ago, and it got viral. It got, a million views, and you've probably seen it. It's called College Dropout Living His Dream Job at Age 19. We're just going to air a few seconds here.
I dropped out of college 1 year ago.
So pretty much what it does is it portrays this kind of like dream lifestyle, and it also just kind of says like, hey, I'm wealthy, I have this yacht, I have this beautiful house, I get to fly in helicopters with this fucking green juice bottle that I've never seen before. And so throughout the video, he pretty much says how he dropped out of college and started living his dream life, and he just shows all this fancy luxury shit that he's doing. Yet he doesn't explain how he was able to potentially to afford all this stuff, tens of millions of dollars at the age of 19 within a year of dropping out of college. And so I thought something was, obviously fishy like a million other people did. So I kind of started digging into it a little bit more. I watched some more of his videos, tried to look for some more explanations, and he kind of did try to explain it, but he was still so vague, and then I was like, okay, you know what, I can tell 100% that this guy is not wealthy whatsoever. He's just trying to portray this, what I call the illusion of wealth, trying to kind of put it out there to the entire world that he is wealthy, but meanwhile he's renting all this stuff. And I actually got an explanation of why he's, driving all these fancy cars, how he's living this fancy lifestyle, and I'll get to that in about a minute. But one thing I do want to give him props for is, he is one of the best videographers and video editors that I've ever seen. Just look at this shit.
The enemy exposed himself by virtue of this strategy, and he suffered great casualties. So,
obviously he's one of the best video makers that I've ever seen, seriously, and that is a 100% compliment. I don't mean anything else by it. He might be one of the best videographers on YouTube. He's probably number one. I mean, I've never seen films look this good before. So anyways, I started digging into how he could afford to do all these fancy things, how he's traveling the world, how he's flying in private jets. He didn't really explain any of it. And then, someone put out a video. So this guy's name is Brandon Amato, and he worked for Creatyler. So pretty much what this guy did was he kind of flew across the country to go work for him because he's like, oh my god, Creatyler's doing all this fancy stuff. I want to do that too. I'm creative. Let's just do this together. Maybe you can teach me. You can show me the ropes, whatever. And so he got there, and then he says in this video, I won't play it, but the life that Creatyler was portraying was 110% different than what it actually was. He actually lived in a small apartment. And so yeah, he decided to just kind of make a video to kind of clear everything up and kind of I don't want to use that word, exposed, but he kind of did, expose how the Tyler guy was portraying a false life. So we're just going to air a quick clip here.
A lot of the things that you see that Tyler's doing, all the cool trips, all the, the house he was living at in West Hollywood, everybody is under the assumption that those are Tyler's things and that Tyler can afford these things, when in reality, Adam was who was funding all of that. Adam was who brought Tyler out to LA. Adam is kind of who gave him these experiences and brought him around the world. And Tyler did a good job of portraying it to the internet as if those were his things, and Adam was really a big part of that.
Alright, so first of all, who's Adam? I'm actually going to explain who that guy is, but pretty much this guy, he pretty much says, yeah, Tyler isn't wealthy, he's not worth tens of millions of dollars. And so who is this Adam guy who's been paying for all of Tyler's stuff or letting Tyler use his things? So it's actually this guy, his name's Adam. He runs a really cool channel, it's called Wolves, and pretty much this guy actually did make his money properly doing like network marketing and making online courses and stuff, and that's a completely, I know for a fact, that is a way to make a lot of money, especially if you know what you're doing. And so we're just going to air a quick clip here.
I figured it out. I created a training course that was called Mobile Monopoly, and that was when I was 17, and I sold that to people who wanted to learn about mobile advertising. How do you market on mobile phone? A lot of people, obviously, like I said, tens of thousands of people bought it. And the things that I talk about in there, how do you send traffic from a mobile device? So let's say you're on an app and an ad pops up. Where do you send those people that pop up in your ad? To your website, or how do you drive them to your restaurant, to your local business? Or
all right, so that's enough there. But pretty much, you know, this guy sold tens of thousands of his online course, and just doing quick math there, that's easily 6 figures, maybe 7 figures if he charged a lot of money. So it's kind of funny is that this guy is kind of living the life that Tyler was portraying that he had. So yeah, anyways, this guy made a lot of money, but I want to kind of bring this back full circle here as to why I really wanted to make this video. My biggest pet peeve, and probably one of the only things that makes me angry about the internet, is when people portray fake, wealthy, you know, super great lifestyles that they don't really have. And they're just portraying that lifestyle to kind of get attention and to build a following, I guess. And as someone that's building wealth right now and is doing well, is probably making, you know, 5 to 10 times as much as that Tyler dude. But like, I'm not living this glamorous lifestyle. Like, I got an okay car. I have my own office space, and I'm doing pretty well. But yet, like, I'm not like too glamorous about that lifestyle. Like, if I really wanted to, I could rent out a super mansion, Airbnb, and film all my stuff there and make all these cool fucking awesome projects and potentially drive in tens of thousands of new viewers or hundreds of thousands of new viewers, but it's a lie. And so what I'm trying to kind of say to you guys too is watch out for people like this. Not just, you know, unfortunately I just pointed out Creatyler just because he was an easy target. That's the one that I knew and looked into, but there's tons of people like this. Just look on Instagram for like 5 minutes and all these people like, yeah, like on the beaches and these super fancy houses. Meanwhile, they probably just rented those places out for a photo shoot, and they're fucking living in their 1-bedroom condo on the 3rd floor of some fucking downtown area. And they're probably renting it too. They're not even buying it. They probably don't even know a lot about money or anything. I mean, they might. I'm being a little bit mean towards like Instagram people. I'm just saying, watch out for like the illusion of wealth people. I'm fairly transparent with you guys compared to like a lot of people. Like, sure, I won't let you like into the room when I'm doing like real estate deals or consulting, but like I tell you, like, that's a large way that I make money. And like, I'm upfront with you, like, I make a good amount of money making YouTube videos. Like, it's in the thousands of dollars now per month. And now I kind of want to move on to the next part of this video. So that was the illusion of wealth. That's more the Creatyler, the, you know, fake Instagram people. Now we're going to move on to someone that just was very vague, but did actually have money. And so this is Tai Lopez. You've probably seen his video before. I'll just air a few seconds of it here in my garage.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini here. It's fun to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. But you know what I like a lot more than materialistic things?
Knowledge.
Anyways,
we're not going to air that entire video. So pretty much this video got tens of millions of views. It was actually the greatest ad campaign of all time on the internet, which most people don't know. So why did this get so much attention? Well, like those people like H3H3 made parody videos and stuff, and like exposed Tai Lopez exposed. But the thing is that, you know, Tai Lopez, I was just looking into his numbers as an internet marketer. He's been doing this for over a decade, and he made his money. Like, he bought that house, he bought that Lamborghini before he made this video. Like, the problem is that he just wasn't transparent with it. Like, he didn't say that the reason he made all this money is because he was an affiliate marketer and because he was making online courses and because he had his own like financial consulting firm. He never said that. He was pretty much just saying, you know, if you read books, you're gonna get rich. So this video, you know, just kind of, yeah, it pretty much just talks about how if you read books, you can get rich. And then it says like, I think he kind of says at the end of it, like, hey, look at my website. This is the Book of the Month Club or whatever, or this is the 67 Steps program or whatever. And so it was kind of like a sleazy, vague way to kind of make money, but it's not as bad as someone who was portraying a fake lifestyle in a way. Now, saying that, Tai's YouTube channel actually after this video came out, his YouTube channel turned into some amazing content, like just some motivational stuff. Like, it's really good. I do recommend you check it out if you actually like him. Now, saying that he's not like everyone's taste for a motivational person, but I'll watch his videos, once a week or so, and just kind of check up and maybe get a piece of advice or something from him. Like, he's actually got some good stuff on there. His ad campaign was super, super successful. It was just so vague, and it was just a little bit too sleazy. And his 67 steps was known to be a little bit sleazy too, because at the very beginning, it didn't say that you had to pay $67 per month to go through it. It would say that in like the subtext, like, oh, by the way, you're gonna have to pay $67 every month. Meanwhile, most people thought it was just a one-time fee of $67, and then he kind of cleared it up, and everything was good after that. But so his entire marketing campaign was it was a little bit off, but I wouldn't consider him a scammer whatsoever. I would just say that he did he had a very good ad campaign, but a very poor job in explaining himself and his backstory to the people watching his video. So that was Tai Lopez's marketing campaign. Super successful, made him tens of millions of dollars, as I've said in some previous videos. But jumping back to Creatyler here, so where the kind of scamming part of Creatyler comes in here is that he had these millions of views and like, hey, I dropped out of college, you should too, kind of thing. Hey, sign up for my thing and you can be part of this exclusive thing, this job application thing. And it was so vague. I kind of dug through it, and he was kind of creating I don't want to say pyramid scheme, because it's not at all a pyramid scheme whatsoever. It's not illegal whatsoever. But he was creating this like Instagram like pyramid thing, like, hey, apply for this creative position with me, but you have to invite like 5 of your friends or something to join, or something like that, and you also have to pay like $300 a month or $50 or something like that. And but it was so vague that it was I don't like it. Now, this is probably like a legit, like he's probably selling legit stuff, like legit products that probably do, make people, that probably are, like just legit stuff, like, I don't know, clothing or whatever. But he just did it in such a vague and like, I just don't know what the other word than sleazy way that I can't like support it. Like I've done internet marketing before, and I'm fairly transparent with this, and I just don't like when someone is hiding a lot of the stuff behind whatever they're selling. So and so we're just gonna kind of bring this back into why I kind of made this video, is that I've said this already, like there's so many people portraying this illusion of wealth where they're probably doing okay. Like I know a lot of YouTube vloggers that are like portraying this fake image too, that are making a living making these videos, making tens of thousands of dollars, probably an estimated 16 I've seen their analytics, by the way. Some of them are kind of transparent actually with it, and they say they rent stuff. So I know that a lot of YouTube vloggers don't make a lot of money. Like it's between $16,000 a year, and like obviously there's Casey Neistat making millions, but I'm just talking about these average like fake people making like 16 grand to like 60 grand a year, which is okay. Like for a vlog, that's pretty good. But I think that a lot of people making real money and running real businesses, like myself, making actually 6 figures, don't want to portray that fake lifestyle whatsoever. It's just kind of like when you're building a business from the ground up, you don't want to like fake that it's doing like super well. Like you kind of just want to be transparent about it. I think that actual entrepreneurs have a different mindset than these fucking social media glamour people, right? And I know that a lot of you guys are that entrepreneurial investment type, and I love that about you guys. Like you guys are I don't think you guys realize that if you've watched a lot of my stuff, like a lot of the investing tips and stuff that I've given, you guys are so far ahead on the business scale than these fucking social media people that are probably not going to make a lot of money. They're not going to make as much money as you. Sure, there's always the exceptions of, the vloggers with, millions of subscribers, but people don't know this. Like, I have built multiple YouTube channels that are in the top, like, like if you have 10,000 or more subscribers, you're in the top 1% of YouTube. That's just the way it is now. I had one channel years ago. I think it was at 30,000 subscribers, and it was in the top 15,000 or 30,000 channels or something at the time. And there were millions of channels out there, and so I think that a lot of these successful vloggers are so rare, and they actually have that wealthy lifestyle that they're showing. But for the vast majority of people, like even if you have 100,000 subscribers, you can't have that kind of lifestyle. It's just not possible. You need millions to do it, trust me. And the very last thing I want to mention that kind of bothers me is that there's a lot of people that are that say like, hey, you can live this dream life, which is, sometimes people actually do it right. Like I know a lot of people like Tony Robbins, Brendan Burchard, like they teach you a lot about getting your mind right and a lot about what to do with money and how to pursue a proper career path. But then you get a lot of these like fake people where they just say, especially on YouTube and Instagram, like, all you have to do is put your mind to something and you will be able to make millions of dollars and live your dream life. Meanwhile, that's not how it works. I've talked about this in a law of attraction video. Pretty much, if you put your mind to something and you get your mind right, that's not enough to become wealthy. That's only I do have 4 steps in this. I'll kind of explain that in the future. But there's 4 steps, and getting your mind right, it's the first thing you should do, sure. But then there's 3 more things that have to follow, and I do call them like approach, action, and then actualization. I'll talk about that later another day. But I've seen so many YouTubers being like, to live your dream life, all you have to do is just put your mind to it and believe in yourself, and that's not enough. You actually have to go out there and, either do some sort of work or come up with some sort of idea. Like me, you guys know, I put in 12 to 16 hours of work and education for the past, decade. And now I'm starting to see the fruits of that. Like, I wasn't making good money until I was probably 18, and I didn't have my own business. I was working at a corporate job making whatever it was, like $30 an hour, $35 an hour, it worked out to. But that wasn't my dream life. I hated the commute. The job was okay, but the money was great. I ended up quitting and trying to start 20 different businesses, and then 3 have worked out, and then 17 just fucking went right into the fire. And so a lot of these people just all you have to do is just get your mind right, and then you'll succeed. Like a lot of those people are, by the way, super attractive, either males or females, that are on YouTube or Instagram models that got famous because they're good looking and were either genetically born like that, or they work out all the time and eat right, and they think that the way to become wealthy and to live that dream life is just to upload Instagram photos all the time and just to put your mind to it. That's not how you do it. You actually have to put in work. You have to build a business. You have to invest. You have to do a lot of things. So, you know what? I'm rambling too much now. We went off topic there. I just want to say, watch out for those kind of people. Now, a lot of them are really good for motivation, but a lot of them are really specific. What I love about Gary Vee specifically is that, well, he is specific. I mean, he's specific about what you have to do on social media to sell stuff. But at the end of the day, he says you have to sell something to make money. So a lot of those motivational people like Gary Vee, I would consider Tony Robbins, Brendan Burchard, I would consider Tai Lopez in there now, even though he's a little bit he was sleazier before. Grant Cardone, he always tells you to you gotta sell stuff. You gotta sell stuff. That's what I learned from him. Sure, he actually has a YouTube channel, which I listen specifically for motivation, but a lot of his YouTube videos and podcasts are, a lot of them are just 1 hour long sales pitches, which is, kind of unfortunate. But it does get your mind going about business, what should I do today? How can I make some money today kind of thing. He isn't too specific with a lot of stuff, but at least it gets your mind going into business, and he's a good motivator. So just watch out for who your mentors are. And make sure they are someone that you actually trust and are willing to share stuff about their lives with you. So anyways, I'd just like to thank you very much for watching. You're all very beautiful people. Hopefully you guys don't hate this video, because it is a completely different video than I usually make, or podcast if you're listening. I know the podcast has really picked up in the past 3 months, so thousands of people are listening, which is great. So anyways, yeah, you're all very beautiful people. I'll see you guys in the next video.